channel. Today I have a really fun haul video for you of all new fall decor. I normally decorate for Halloween, but I didn't have any of my decorations this year because I moved. So I had to start from scratch, and I decided to do something a little different and just do traditional fall decor rather than Halloween. So pretty much everything you'll see in this video is fall, besides maybe this one sponge that looks like a jack-o'-lantern that I thought was too cute to pass up. So anyway, buckle up because it's gonna be a long video if you are in the mood for a cozy fall vibe. I can't wait to show you guys everything I picked up, so grab a cozy beverage or maybe a snack and let's get into this haul. So pretty much everything that you see here is exclusively from Target, besides just a couple items. Most of it is actually from the dollar spot, so it's pretty affordable in terms of the things that I purchased, even though I did get a lot. This dish towel here is one of the things that I didn't get from Target. It's actually from Amazon, and I can link them below for you. The cashmere-like throw blanket is from Target. This cute little mini cocotte or Dutch oven is from the Target dollar spot, as well as these really adorable copper painted wooden pumpkins and squash. I got a bunch of those because I just had a vision to put them in several different places. Oh my goodness, this acorn little canister is a favorite. I got that from Target as well. These cute little pumpkin mugs are from the dollar spot, surprisingly, and I just had to grab them because I feel like they look more expensive than what I paid for them. These adorable little copper foxes, also from the dollar spot. Here I am trying to show you the price. I believe they were $3 a piece, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a sleeping one too. Oh, so cute. I actually only got the standing up one, and then I realized he needed his buddy, so I went back the next day and got the sleeping one as well. And look at this mushroom, you guys. I'm loving the copper. That's like my favorite metal. Oh, here I am showing you my manicure. This is a press-on set by the brand Glamnetic. I think they're called Sandy Shores, if I'm not mistaken. They're actually a summer set, but I ran out of time to wear them this summer, so I figured maybe they could pass for fall with the orange. I don't know. Anyway, these little ceramic pumpkins are also from the dollar spot. They had a dark brown, a lighter brown, a white, an orange, and I think there was a black one as well, but I only picked up the brown, orange, and white. Yeah, I know I went kind of crazy with the pumpkins, but I feel like I found a home for all of them, so that's good. These little glass light-up pumpkins were also from the dollar spot, and honestly, they might be one of the favorite things that I picked up. They look really, really pretty. I love how lighting just reflects off of them. I feel like they're giving like anthropology. This soap here is the Mrs. Meyer's apple cider scent. It is so good. If you've never smelled it before, I highly recommend. This little mini table lamp isn't really fall, but I figured I'd include it in the haul because I picked it up with all my other fall decor. It is by the Joanna Gaines Hearth and Hand brand. I just think it looks so art deco, vintage, and I ended up putting it on my kitchen counter, and I think it looks really, really good and just adds a totally different vibe to the kitchen. So stay tuned for that. This vase, Target, not the dollar spot though, but I think it was under $10. It was fairly cheap. These little Sherpa pumpkins were from the dollar spot. you these pillows. So these are from the dollar spot, and I'm telling you, run, don't walk to your local Target because they are such good quality, and they were only $5. I picked up this little faux leaf bundle from Target, and then these are faux, I believe they're called amaranthus flowers. So I had a different vision for these. I was going to use them around my mirror in the entryway, but I ended up using them on the dining room table for like the tablescape, so I think it turned out pretty good. I also grabbed 2 little woven trays from the dollar spot. There's a pumpkin shaped one, which, I mean, how cute is that? Like, I couldn't pass it up. And then also this little scalloped rectangular tray, both so cute. $5 for each of them. I think is a little steep, but they seem to be nice quality, so I'm fine with that. And behind that, it's hard to see, but I did get a table runner from Amazon. I can link it for you guys if you're interested. And I had the candle holders already, but I did get the LED candles to go inside of them. So now that I've shown you my entire fall haul, let's go ahead and start decorating. So this is my entryway. When you walk into the apartment, I have this shoe storage cabinet right at the entrance and this wall mirror. So I did get this garland from Amazon. I'm sorry I didn't record it. I actually hung it up yesterday, but it's the only decorating I've done so far. So I did hang up the garland, and as you can see, it does have some little twinkly lights that you can change the setting on that, but I just like it on the solid light setting. And I love our shoe storage container. That is from Wayfair, I believe, and I can link that for you guys if you're interested. So we're gonna get started here. I wanted to start with this glass pumpkin. Like I said, it's one of my favorites that I picked up. So, oh, so pretty, so pretty. So I'm just gonna place that on the right corner of the cabinet along with a smaller pumpkin. Pumpkins usually look good grouped together with like 2 or 3 in a little group. I'm gonna take one of the copper mushrooms and place it on the other side of the cabinet, and I actually place it on top of the battery pack for the lights just to kind of disguise it and hide it. And I'm gonna take my cutie little boxes and place them underneath the mushroom on the left side of the cabinet. And here I am showing you guys a close-up of how I've decorated it. I think it turned out really cute. I wanted to keep it kind of simple just in case people wanted to throw like sunglasses or their keys on top of this cabinet, so I didn't want to like totally clutter it up, but I just wanted to add a little touch of fall. And I feel like the biggest decor piece is obviously the garland because it adds so much color and you know, just fall to the atmosphere. So you'll have to let me know what you think of the entryway and how you would decorate it if you were to decorate this space. And I'm also just randomly showing you the shoe storage in case you are interested. It's too bad that you couldn't hear the tapping on the pumpkin, but I did decide to do a voiceover, so yeah, just ignore my tapping. So now we're moving on to the kitchen island. Now this is another space I wanted to keep pretty simple because it's used every single day. It's a very practical space for us. We like to use it to eat at and put down our bags. So I'm just gonna add the festive Mrs. Meyer's hand soap because we do wash our hands in this sink a lot. And look how cute this little scrub mommy sponge is. Have you guys ever seen this one? I have never seen it. I found it at Publix, and if you're wondering, now this is the one thing that kind of goes against my fall rules because this is more Halloween, but I feel like it can pass. not eat these, but my husband tried one and it was all stuck to the wrapper, so I would not recommend getting these, honestly, because I read some reviews and people were saying that they were all like melted and stuck to the wrapper, which is really unfortunate because I bet they're really good otherwise. But yeah, these will just be for guests that come over if they want a chocolate or a little caramel. I did pick up some Dove dark chocolates. I don't know, the red I guess is kind of festive. I like dark chocolate, but I don't know that I really love these, so it feels kind of silly having candy out because honestly, I don't think my husband or I will really touch it, but it just looks cute, and if we have company or guests come over, they can help themselves to some candy. So here I am trying to show you what I mean. This one surprisingly came off pretty easy, so maybe he just got a bad one because it really, yeah, this one was not that stuck to the wrapper, but just beware that some of them will be stuck to the wrapper if you do buy them. So here's the little candy dish with the chocolates. I don't know, I might switch it out with something else, but we'll see. And of course our soap and sponge, and this little hand towel, dish towel, is from Amazon, and I feel like it already kind of matches, so I didn't bother switching it out. I just kept the one that I already had. So let's move on to the other side of the kitchen. So again, I only hung up this garland yesterday. That's all I've done so far in the kitchen. We do have this sort of burnt orange runner, which I feel like already matches the fall theme, and I did get the garland from Amazon. So this is the starting point in the kitchen. We have the Keurig, our Aura frame, some utensils, and this cute little bulldog cookie jar, and a fruit bowl, and a produce little hammock, blender, and toaster. So I'm going to start with this little area here. So this is where I decided to add the Art Deco little mini lamp. So I am going to place that on the counter, and I noticed that I wanted to sort of disguise the plug, so I grabbed these cutting boards that we just had already, and I'm gonna try to place them to sort of hide the cord so that it's not as visible. So here I am just sort of messing with it. I also could have put the cutting boards like horizontally, but they took up less counter space this way, so I figured I would use the height. And oh my gosh, the cute acorn. Again, one of my favorite pieces that I picked up from Target. It was $15. And I just place it next to the mini lamp because they both have that brass metal, so I feel like they kind of look like they go together. And I did take one of the pumpkin mugs and kind of place it against the cutting boards for a little pop of color because it was missing the fall element over here. Like, it looked really cute with the lamp and the acorn, but it needed like that warm fall like atmosphere, I guess. So I added the mug, and I just grabbed some teaspoons to throw in there just so the mug wasn't empty. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I could have put something else in there, but that's just the thing that I thought of first. And now we're moving on to the stovetop. So I decided to put the little pumpkin cocotte, I believe it's called. I decided to put it here on the stove. I feel like the contrast of the black stove and the white pumpkin looks really good. It lets it kind of stand out. And I placed the other pumpkin mug over on this side next to the utensil holder, just to, again, add a little splash of fall. So I don't know about you guys, but I like to display hand towels on the oven. Honestly, I never use these ones that are placed here on the handle. I kind of just like to leave them out as decor. So I wanted to sort of layer a couple why I did this, but I like how there's layers. So here is the final kitchen look with the lights off. You can see the glow from the little mini lamp on the counter and the pumpkin cocotte and the hand towels. I feel like it doesn't really look as great in video as it does in person, but it really does feel cozy in person. And oh my gosh, the little acorn has got to be my favorite. So this is just another angle of my kitchen. I don't think I showed you guys my bar stools up close. These are from an online shop and I cannot remember the name, but if anyone's interested in them, just let me know and I can look back at the email and let you know what the shop is called. They are height adjustable and I really like them. So we're moving on to the living space now. As you can see, we have that really eclectic wallpaper. It's actually Tommy Bahama, like palm leaf wallpaper, and I love it. And then we have our Thai constellation Monstera. Her name is Celeste. She lives over here. And the arched rattan lamp. And our big comfy couch. It is like a corduroy material. And it's really, really comfy. So, yeah, I mean, as you can see, our color scheme in the living room already kind of matches the fall vibe. Don't mind the garland. I'm gonna move that. It's just kind of placed on the couch for now. But yeah, we do have these sort of rust-colored pillows and this green velvety pillow. So I didn't feel a need to change those out because they already kind of match the vibe. This is our little coffee table and I'm gonna start decorating here. So I decided to make a little arrangement on this woven tray. So I grabbed the orange vase that I got from Target and I grabbed the faux bundle of like fall leaves and eucalyptus and just pretty much zhuzhed it up a little bit and plopped it right in the vase. And I have to say, even just that made a huge difference. Like, it felt so festive almost immediately. And then I add some of the copper painted pumpkins to the tray as well. And again, I love to group pumpkins in a group of like 3. So I took one of each size and just placed them inside the woven tray. And I was gonna stop here, but then I had the idea to add in some of the sugared berries. So I said, hey, why not? I'm gonna throw some of these berries into the arrangement just to, I don't know, give it a little more color, a little more character. So I kind of just plop these in randomly, yeah, just kind of wherever there was space, I just kind of plopped a few in. And it's hard to tell on camera, but they really did add a nice little shimmer and a nice little, it kind of like made it look brighter. So I was really happy with that. And then I said, you know what, I'm gonna just add some more berry stems to the tray, just to fill in this empty space on the bottom here. So I just kept adding because, I don't know, I thought it looked good. So I just filled in any empty space with some of the stems, and voila, that is the centerpiece for the coffee table. And I'm just placing it so that you can see it while you're sitting on the couch. So it was like facing front on the couch. Moving on to the rest of the couch, so I did want to add these pumpkin throw pillows. Fail. I wanted to add these pumpkin throw pillows to the couch and the throw blanket. It's not cashmere, but I think it was called cashmere-like. So it's supposed to sort of feel like cashmere, but for a cheaper price point. And that's it. Like, that's all I added to the couch was just the throw blanket and the pillows, and I feel like it's kind of all it needed. first thing I do is add some pumpkins. So I'm going in with the other glass pumpkin, and I decided to kind of just group them around the globe light. It kind of reminded me of like a full moon, and then the pumpkins around it just felt natural. I don't know. So I said, I have all these pumpkins left. I don't know where I'm gonna put them. Why don't I just make a little pumpkin patch over here? So I just kind of grouped them around the globe light, and I will give you guys a better angle of that in a minute. And here I am, just sort of putting the garland, just strategically wrapping it around what's already on the coffee table. Sorry, coffee table, no, the TV stand. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of just placed it where it looked like it would naturally fit. And this is the same garland that I had at the entryway, so it does have all the different lighting settings, but I just kept it on the solid string lights, and I just hid the battery pack underneath some of the leaves, and that's it. So I love how the coffee stand, oh my gosh, I keep calling it coffee stand. What is wrong with me? I love how the TV stand turned out. Yeah, I don't know, it's a nice cozy vibe in here. I think I even turn on Hocus Pocus so that you guys can feel a vibe of like a Halloween movie on. But yeah, super cozy, and just a few little touches. Like, I didn't really rip the room apart and just totally go crazy, but I just added a few little touches to give it a little extra cozy vibe. And yeah, what is your favorite Halloween movie, you guys? I do not know if mine is Hocus Pocus, but I do really like it. And yeah, this is the cozy vibe in the living room. So all that there is left to do is the dining table. So this is what our dining table looks like on a normal day. We just have the candelabras in the center, and we keep it blank. We do eat here usually on a daily basis. It's not just like, I know some people have dining tables just for looks, or for holidays, but we actually eat at our dining table. So I didn't want to do anything too crazy, but I love this macrame sort of boho vintage table runner. I felt like it just went with the vibe of our apartment, I guess. So I wanted to keep all the decor on this table runner. That way we still had plenty of space to eat our meals, and so that it would still be easy to clean the table. So I wanted to put all of my little knickknacks on this table runner. So I am kind of rushing through this part because it got really late and I was exhausted. So I'm basically just throwing some pumpkins down, and I didn't give you guys a close-up, but it's those ceramic pumpkins from the Dollar Spot and the mushroom from the Dollar Spot. And now I'm just placing all the mini copper painted pumpkins and squash, and I'm just placing them. I wanted to keep it balanced on either side of the table, so it's not necessarily identical on either side of the table, but they are balanced, so they have an equal number of items and like the same heights, if that makes sense. So I wanted to use these amaranthus as like just part of the tablescape, so I cut off the ends of the stems because they were really tall. So you could have placed them in like a really extra large vase or something, but I ended up just cutting off most of the stem and just leaving the faux florals, and I literally just placed them on either side of the table. I placed 2 bunches on either side, so there was 4 in total. amaranthus does not bloom berries, but I thought it looked cute nonetheless. And that is it, you guys. That is the finished tablescape. I am very happy with how it turned out. Definitely different from what I normally do. It feels very Thanksgiving-esque, but I like it. I feel like it goes with the rest of our apartment. So, and I did turn on these LED candles, which I love so much. And yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think of it and what you think of my decor this year. So anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I hope you all have an amazing, cozy, relaxing fall season, and I will see you